Introducing Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So, what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, family. Excuse me. We are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man BMP. I hope you guys are having an excellent and wonderful holiday season. All right. I know people got a lot going on with the families and everything like that. So I hope you guys are enjoying these holidays. We have a lot to talk about today, man. It's been a lot going on in at least the American media cycle. It's been a lot going on globally, as far as just news and things happening and all types of stuff, man. So we're going to talk about some of those things today. In this Passport Bro space, I guess you want to say some form of passport news. We kind of got our own sector of, information and news that we kind of, gravitate towards. Because the thing about us is, we need to know certain things that's happening not only in the States, but generally all over the globe. That's the different thing about, guys that follow the Passport Bros ideology. Okay. You got to be tuned in, man. It's very important to be tuned in. You definitely got to be tuned in to, what's going on in America and the social politics and, all the stuff that's going on, but you got to be tuned in into other things as well, man, as far as this global space. All right. Let me see who's all getting on the stream right now. Shout out to my man Good Time Gregor. I was checking in early in the building. Real PC says, so fingers crossed, beyond surviving. What I actually meant by this title was the fact that, we've been pretty much in the cycle, that viral cycle for a few years now. I mean, the Passport Bro phrase was coined, 2021, around that era, general area. I started using it, started putting it to print and all that good stuff. And it took off right around 2023, 2024, something like that, really 2022, 2023. It got big amongst the fallout from the pandemic. People wanting to get out of America and start traveling, stuff like that. But in 2025, will there be another, viral sensation to take over? Maybe something else will come into the lexicon of the, the American viral space, or will Passport Bros still, is it concrete? Is it here to stay? Is the question I want to ask the family. All right. Are we here to stay? All right. Shout out my man at your wife's house all day. Swati Cobb. What up? It said BMT app gang and chat game. Man, shout out to the guys on the app, man. That's the most well-informed, best recommendations, hands down, that you will receive by other Passport Bros. Okay. You can search on the internet, you can ask questions, and that's cool. We have a private Facebook group. It's a lot of information in the private Facebook group as well. But the real travelers, all right, the real guys who's really, 10 toes down in these foreign countries are definitely on the app. We got guys all the way in Nepal and just all over the world, countries you ain't never even heard of. All right. So definitely download the Passport Bros app, and it's free. Go ahead and download it, guys. All right. All right. So Garfield says, yes, they will. I think the Passport Bro movement will go silent, and the man will start showing results with their beautiful foreign women. You know what's interesting, man? You know what's funny? Real PC said the app is great. Yeah, listen. Before I get to the topic at hand, man, we have another version. Like my guys are working always, man. Shout out to the developers, man. They did 10 toes down. We got another version. So I think we're on V3 right now. We're going to have another version coming early, the first quarter of the new year in 2025 with some more features. So, be on the lookout for that. I'm thinking like right around maybe April, maybe late March, early April, we're going to have, basically V4 out for you guys with some even more fantastic features, man. So shout out to the app development gang, everybody doing that. I know guys be hitting me up on the app sometimes. I respond generally to most things, but when guys hit me with the tech questions, I just be like, listen, bro, I'm more of a businessman than a tech guy. So, I try to tell them, hey, man, you might want to ask all the tech questions to the tech guys, in support. All right. But shout out to everybody on the app. Definitely shout out to everybody out, man. It's doing quite well. At your wife's house, I'll say the app is fire. Yeah, you be out there posting, man. I appreciate that, man. We be checking in. All right. Checking in, living in Barranquilla for 3 years, man. Shout out to Barranquilla. Barranquilla just had, I believe, some type of female cartel. One of my guys told me out there lives out there in Barranquilla that she just got arrested. I think the Scopamine Queen got arrested out there in Colombia as well. I think she might have been in Medellin, though. So, like I say, you got to be tuned in to all the things that's going on in this, travel space, even if you don't consider yourself a passport, bro. Because I'm telling you, it's so many scams going on right now as the world becomes more global and people start traveling more and people they see these opportunities to take advantage of, Westerners. I can't even say Americans no more because, I have to say Westerners, guys coming from these countries with, high exchange rates, basically. They almost feel like in some of these countries with these locals, man, they almost feel like, they doing something wrong by not getting over on you. Like when I'm in the DR, I feel like some of the Dominicans mentality, and this is not just Dominicans, but if they don't get over on you, they feel like they less Dominican or something. They just got to do it. And it's like that in a lot of other countries too. It even got scams in Thailand. It's scams all over. So you just got to be aware, man. You definitely want to tune in to guys that are 10 toes down because guys be getting got. I just saw a story today. I just saw a video today, family, of a white guy. I think he might have been British. He had a little bit of an accent. That lost, I forgot how much he lost to his Thai. I think it was his Thai wife or either his long-term girlfriend. She basically finessed him out of his business, out of his properties, and it was like $750,000 worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like houses. He had like a language exchange school and all that. He just basically got tricked into signing some paperwork. He got finessed into signing some paperwork. He did a video about it. And I'm like, dudes are taking L's, minor L's, like losing laptops in Colombia and cell phones. But you got guys really, really getting hit in some of these countries, man. So just stay aware. And one thing I will say, and we're going to get the topic in a moment, man. But one thing I will say, and I never try to put, give the streets too many flowers because I think, that whole street element, it helps, but, it kind of stereotypes us as well because every Black person obviously is from the street. But the mentality that you have if you grow up in a rough neighborhood, because most poor, impoverished environments, at least as far as in America is concerned, they thrive off an evil bloodline of elements. You know what I'm saying? Like that the murder gang, killing, and you got to be your intuition has to be very high to survive in an environment like that. All right. And the streets don't care how old you are. They don't care what sex you are, it'll take you under. And I think guys that come from these urban environments fare better overseas than guys that might not have had that much stress growing up. All right, because I know my intuition is high. I had to walk in the 80s and 90s through crackheads and drug dealers and murderers and killers and robbers. They didn't give a fuck if I was 12, 13, or 14. They'll rob me just the same. So I think that intuition helps a lot of, brothers and even other guys who grew up in, rough environments. That intuition helps because I see things that are happening to some of these individuals overseas. And I'm in my head like, what would possess you to trust a woman enough to just sign over some paperwork, probably in Thai? Like, why would you trust somebody? Why would you be so trusting of a human being in general that, would take advantage? It's almost human nature to a certain degree to take advantage of somebody that's naive. Definitely streets. The streets take care of you real fast if you're naive about it. Right? That's one of the life lessons you'll learn in the street. So I just think people are just getting got out here. All right. So shout out to my man Kirby Films in the building. Said DR is dead. $5 super chat, man. I really appreciate that, my brother. He says, "What up, BMT? We will be bigger and better. Travel safely." Speaking of traveling safely, man, I don't know if you guys been abreast of some of the news lately, man, but we just had a plane crash. There was a plane crash leaving Bangkok to South Korea. All right. With a lot of people, unfortunately, passed away. Very unfortunate. I think it was another plane crash too. I think it was like 2 in the last couple of days of, plane crashes. I'm going to play a little. I don't even want to play the whole video, but it's kind of, it's kind of sad. But, the last thing on people's mind in 2024 is dying in a plane crash, but it still happens, unfortunately. And they were saying that it was, birds. Basically, the plane flew through birds, and one of the engines messed up or failed. Basically, and they had to try to land on one engine. Unfortunately, they had to do an emergency landing, and the whole. Almost everybody but 180 some people died on the plane crash. All right. So that's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's really nothing you really can do about it. And I know but I saw a video a while ago about them retrofitting planes with like cabin parachutes, basically, where the cabin will fall out. The passenger cabin will fall out and rest the ground with huge parachutes. Like 2 parachutes on each side of the front cabin to the back cabin. They'll basically like just drop out, so maybe things like this will make these governments force these airline companies that make billions of dollars to retrofit these planes with this, or maybe just start coming out with different planes, because it's just, it's going into 2025. I just feel like it's got to be something that can avoid plane crashes like that, but maybe not. All right. But this is the video right here. I'm not going to play the whole thing and pause it. This is the video right here. So the plane had already landed. All right. The plane and unfortunately, what was kind of strange was this same plane, they said, made an emergency landing just 2 days prior. So, we got to always kind of wait to see exactly, what happens with these planes without the investigations. They try to do cleanups and everything. Was it pilot error, human error? Was it? I'm muted. Okay, we're good. We're good to go now. A little bit of it. All right, so no landing gear. It's flying probably, a couple 100 miles an hour. And unfortunately, I'm gonna stop it right there. I mean, it was pretty bad plane crash. The audio should be good now. You guys hear me now? The audio should be straight now. Let me know. Make sure the audio is good. Let me just skip over that little part, man. That was kind of, but that's the aftermath. Only 2 people survive, unfortunately. Only 2 people survive, man. So that's very sad. Okay, that's very sad, man. Like I say, it's very unfortunate. Rest in peace to all the people. I hate it. Like I say, with all this technology out here, all this AI and all this stuff, and we moving fast, it just seemed like they can make transportation in general more safe, whether you be on the ground or whether you be in the air. It just seems like something can be developed to be more safe with all this new technology out here. Stuff like this still unfortunately happens. And I was trying to research exactly how many crashes there was in 2024, and I could not find the information. That was interesting in itself. I'm like, why is the information not out there just yet? I know we only got 2 more days in a year, but like, you know, how safe really is flying? You know, it's just unfortunate, man. Yeah, somebody said a plane got shot down earlier this month by a Russian Air Force. Yeah, I heard about that too. I heard about that too, man. That's very sad. Yeah, there's been whole documentaries on companies, you know, taking little shortcuts to try to save money on bills and engines, and you know, certain engines and certain Boeing aircrafts have issues that they already know about. You know, it's a whole thing, man. Like I said before, hopefully, these governments to kind of just say, hey, we got to retrofit these planes or just come out with a whole new phase these older planes out. That way, you know, we can start testing these, you know, these cabins with parachutes dropping off the plane and saving all the passengers. Yes, they said the landing gear. They don't know if it was pilot error or you know, something had jammed the landing gear, unfortunately. But the landing, when they actually made, you know, like an emergency landing without the landing gear, which is possible, but they ran out of runway. And I don't know why they would have a concrete block. I think they said that they was having construction to extend the runway. All right. But they also said that they have bird feeding depots like right by the airport, basically. Like they had somebody circle 2 sectors of, you know, where they, you know, breed or feed birds near the airport, which makes no sense whatsoever. All right. So very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. All right. My man says, Mitchell Legend says, thank you. Passportbros is a great resource. And if you can give any advice, just reach out. How many didn't make it? Only 2 survived out of like 180, brother. Like, you know, not too many people made it. You know, it's unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. All right. Very unfortunate, family. And let me show you this right here. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the private Facebook group as well. I know I have a shout out in a minute because there's a lot of other little knockoff Facebook groups. But let me show you what this crazy woman did right here, man. Look, I want you to know how dangerous this is right here. All right. Now, it look like this sister might have missed her flight. I don't know how she got out there. Says a woman breaches security and runs the runway after missing her flight. But do you realize if they turn on those engines, that she can literally get sucked up in that engine? I don't know what be wrong with these people when it comes to these airplanes. You just cannot fly with anybody, everybody. I don't know what she thought that she was going to do. I don't know if she thought that she was going to actually, maybe they're going to actually open up the door for her. I don't know what she was thinking. Just catch the next flight. You know, just catch the next flight. You know, they would have turned, if they wouldn't have saw you, because there was a sister last year that got sucked in the engine and died. I don't know if she was working or what, but they didn't see her. They turned the airplane on and basically sucked her in, and you know, she died, of course. So this is really dangerous. People be just so emotional about flights. I doubt if she even takes flights that often to not understand that you can literally catch another flight. All right. I've missed what? I think at all the flights I've taken, took quite some few. I've missed 1 flight. And I got up like, you know, like the next morning, like maybe $100 fee or something for missing my flight, and flew out maybe 8 hours later. That's crazy, though. That is crazy. She could have literally died out there. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't understand these people. Somebody said, hey, BMT, am I going to the Super Bowl weekend? Hell to the no. I'm gonna let y'all boys have it, man. Shout out all my boys in the Super Bowl. Shout out to you guys. All right. Mythical Legends says, I am retired from the airline industry on the ramp, and you are very correct. She will get sucked in or blown across the runway. Man, I've seen videos, and I don't be trying to make us look all crazy on the internet and everything, because they get shared anyway, but I've been seeing people fighting all in the airport and shit. I just be like, man, what is really going on? Like, what is really going on out here in these streets, man? All right. But yeah, that was extremely dangerous move. Extremely dangerous. Have you guys seen? I know you've probably seen it. I've seen guys do videos on it, but the streamers that got robbed online in Medellin on Christmas. Right? So let me change this banner real quick. All right, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on. All right. So, on my channel, I'm pretty lenient on, guys traveling, making mistakes. I'm not one of them guys that's going to, do the victim blaming of guys going down to Medellin and getting drugged and robbed. I've always kind of said, hey, it can happen to anybody, and I still take that stance to a certain degree, but some guys, they just really, really put themselves out there like that. And I was saying earlier in the stream how, guys might have some type of intuition, and not necessarily got to be street to have intuition, but just intuition in general. I understand the excitement of going somewhere new. All right. I mean, I blacked out my first night in Brazil, drinking too much, partying too much. So I get it. Something definitely could have happened to me crazy my first night overseas. So I don't be trying to be too, too hard on people, because I get it. People work hard. They want a vacation. They go overseas, and I think that people like, these guys right here, I think both of them are like of Latin descent, or some they speak Spanish. I heard them speaking Spanish and everything. I always say that might give you a false sense of security to a certain degree, because you understand what they're saying. But that still doesn't change the fact that, you're still a foreigner, and they still look at you like prey to a certain degree. All right. So we got these two streamers right here. Shout out to him. I think his channel name is Chris Travels. I believe he's a kick streamer, and he was streaming and got drugged and robbed. So let's just see what happened here.
Hey, that's my girl! Man, that Chris Travels always goes in my girl.
I mean, there's just so many red flags. And it's just, I don't even have to really point them out. You guys, my audience, you already know all the red flags. I mean, you're seeing them already, and they said they met the girls in Pacalleras. So you already know what's going on. So they had just met these girls. All right. They at their, house drinking with them. I'm assuming they might have thought that since they're streaming live, maybe that was kind of like, they might have felt safer that, of course, nobody would rob you on a live or drug you on a live, but they just don't know, man. That you in South America, player. You in South America. All right. It ain't like the States. Yeah, they was begging it. Yeah, they was really one of the guys even mentioned it. They even mentioned it. Why would women be so invested in trying to get you drunk? Is it your birthday? Like, what are they trying to do? Why are they not like, come on now? That should be a red flag in itself. He said it tastes weird. He said it tasted weird. These guys had to already be drunk. They had to already be drunk to do this dumb shit. The guys were kissing each other. I didn't see that part, Jay. I didn't see that.
Your mom is my mom, and my mom is your mom.
Look. See, I would have peeped that right there. First of all, I wouldn't have been doing no dumb shit like that. But you can clearly see she just put it up to her lips. And he's looking right at her. He's looking right at her. He should have peeped that. He should have saw that off real. They bold, man. They are but they're getting very bold right now in Medellin. They're getting very bold. But you know what? I always thought that if they scope you, I just assumed that it wasn't like clear. I thought it had to be, some, like some, they sprinkle it in and maybe you can see it like on the brown drink, but they drinking clear. So that's wow. You don't even see it. That's crazy. Black Man Travel said this is all staged. What proof you got of it being staged, brother? What, hold on. Let me pull out the 10-4 Koofy. All right, let me pull the 10-4 hat. How is it all staged? He says, hey, I think they drugged me. Okay. Oh, they still, okay, so she's still there.
What?
You saying what? She looked right at the camera too.
Oh
man, what's up with you? That's another thing, man. I be some of you goddamn dudes always kissing these chicks, man. Don't understand it. Boy, that drink, she got a little body on her. That's damn sure. Why would she take her drink to the bathroom? Why would a woman take your drink to the bathroom? God damn. Stage where all the cameras are positioned perfectly, dudes, cones done, and say he think he has been drugged. Like, really, bro? I mean, they streaming. I don't think the cameras are hidden. I mean, they telling the girls that, hey, we're going to stream. I'm a live streamer. Sometimes guys that pay a little extra, they'll say, hey, we'll pay you $100 extra if we can stream.
Pre-robbed.
I'm not laughing at these dudes at all, but I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on, are you dadding all of a chick? Like, come on, man.
Maybe the other girl likes.
I don't think you're getting sacked. You might as well kick them out.
I know exactly where I know that Airbnb too. I know exactly. That Airbnb is like literally right down the street from Parker Harris.
I don't know who likes to be.
If they keep wanting the camera off, kick them out.
Look at it, bro. Come on, man. That's crazy. That is, hold on. Now let's see. We gotta see the aftermath. So what happened? Hold on, let's see. Oh, let me pull this up. This is what thinking with your pecker will get you. He ain't the only one. Well, shit, that's the case, bro. You got That's a big one right there, man, because you got dudes losing millions of dollars, so-called thinking with their pepper. Ash L says, I'm in Medellin right now. Been here since the 22nd, having a good time. I stay low and don't go crazy. I have friends here, Colombian and American. Shout out to my man Ash L. Appreciate the $5 super chat, man. You know, I did a interview with Zoe. I'm gonna put out this week about Colombia, and I asked him, I'm like, how many times you been to Colombia? 20-some times. You know, why haven't you ever been drugged or robbed in any situations? And he just kind of give it. It's going to be a good interview. He gives his answer. All right, but let's see the aftermath. Let me hold on. Let me pull this up. Where we at? Where we at right here? Hold on. Where we at? Oh, that's another video I got to show y'all. All right, here we go. Shout out to Obi-Land. Obi-Land be on it, boy. Obi-Land be on it. As soon as you get drugged and robbed, it's like he get a notification or something. All right, hold on. Let's see what happened to the guys.
And then yesterday, I don't want to be that cunt. A guy was smelling like,
Hold on.
real, bro. Like, I don't really feel like cool drunk.
Well,
like,
I was like, bro, we've been live for 24 hours for
and then
5
the
days
guy was
straight.
like,
So
oh,
he's
so
something really
tired.
hilarious.
5 days partying, bro. And he's just up on all these 5 days. And bro, and yeah, we woke up.
Hold on.
Face. I don't really know where, because these, there's also
They
like
still
a
faded. I'm
glass
trying to get to the
door
point where I
blood
thought
over
it
there.
was 624.
Probably be on
Don't trust no one. Lock your doors.
Hold on.
Exactly. Keep all your shit.
That's another guy that got robbed as
and
well.
yesterday, I don't want to be that.
So I'm trying to get to the point where they said, well, they lost.
So what? Your blood.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So what did they take from you exactly? Like,
So she took like my streaming phone, my streaming equipment, my laptop, my personal iPhone, same as his streaming phone, two streaming
They
phones.
took my earrings, my
And the
chain,
earrings, yeah.
my 2 phones, my iPad, my laptop,
She
my
didn't like that,
GPL
man.
speaker.
That's what, you know what I mean? It's no big goal that she would take about it.
Bro,
That's like the tooth of the grandma.
right. So,
everything.
man. Okay. So, like, if you were to see these girls now, would you be able to recognize them again? Obviously.
Yeah, let's go get them.
Where you at?
Wait. Sorry. Where did
No,
you meet them again?
Huh?
Where did you meet them?
You know this street right here? This famous street?
Yeah.
Barquilleras?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's where he met the girls. He met them in Parquilleras.
But yesterday was kind of a flow drink.
So basically, if you guys didn't catch it, they got for everything, their cell phones, their laptops. They're lucky they're alive. It seems like they're still a little intoxicated. Look at the guy's eyes right there. He looks a little still kind of messed up. They were drugging him pretty heavy. All right. I mean, I guess they're gonna make the best of it. The other guy said they took all his cell phones and all that stuff as well. They did this while they were streaming live. Okay. Black Man Travel still says, because look at him, man. Clearly, this man has been drugged. Okay. A lot of folks was in Cali with 10 women partying for a photo shoot. No drugging or robbing. It's a photo shoot, bro. Got them receipts. Dudes need to move more around. But oh well, okay. All right. We always go through it in this chat about, how to move and it won't happen to me. Listen, it can happen to anybody. Now, these guys were slipping. These guys were kind of almost asking for it. Now, I know most of you guys are going to do no dumb shit like this. But in general, I know guys that on point. I know Colombians that have been scoped and drugged. You just got to be beyond careful and don't have a false sense of security as you out there as, oh, you're so different than anybody else, okay? You're not from there at the end of the day. Even if you are from there, you still can get drugged. It's just something that happens out there quite often, actually. But at least these guys were able to live. They woke up, basically. They're both alive. I didn't hear anything about them going through their bank accounts. They have a way they can get into your credit cards, your bank accounts. They get into the apps on your phone. So they seem like they're so intoxicated, they might not even be paying attention to us. So I'm hoping they understand that. And these guys gave them the game and say, hey, man, you might want to call your banks immediately and freeze your accounts. All right. Somebody said that's probably why you ain't never been scoped, T-Mac. T-Mac said, okay, T-Mac says, I've been in Medellin 3 years and never been to Parque Years. All right, that's, it's cool. Well, Parque Years is a big center. That little corner has all the action, but it's other bars and clubs, and of course you got Provenza right there. So even the locals go to Parque Years. So that's just people go and party. It's like a little party area and stuff like that. All right. But listen, I know cats that don't go to Parque Years and they still got drugs. So you just got to be aware and move carefully. I know a lot of guys love Colombia. Like I said, that's one of them always big debates in the chat. But you got guys that love 10 toes down. I totally understand why y'all brothers love Colombia. I used to live there, so I definitely understand. Okay, it's the most beautiful woman in the world. It's the most beautiful woman in the world. And I saw a comment on one of the Facebook groups, not on this video, but it was a comment. What Facebook group was that? It was one of the Facebook group, and sister was saying something about notice that the women don't get drugged or robbed or don't have any issues in Colombia. And for the most part, she's telling the truth. All right. For the most part, she's telling the truth. But that's like a false comparison to a certain degree because they still have to be careful out there, regardless. I mean, because I know a lot of things that's happened to, Colombian women, guys going up in their houses, trying to get them and kidnapping them. So it still can be rough. You still got to be careful. But I understand that they're not dealing with certain elements. So they will be safe. If you go to Colombia, you go to Medellin, you take a couple of tours, go to a couple of restaurants. In general, you'll be fine. But you cannot compare it like that because men and women are going to different countries for different things. What you have to compare it to, and I said this in the comment section, what you got to compare it to is this right here. All right. In general, men go to Colombia for the beautiful, exotic women. That's what it is. Okay. It's the country, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, DR, that whole little sector right there, that whole little block. It's more of a big block. But you're going to see amongst some of the most beautiful, exotic women in the world, hands down. All right. I do believe Brazil is a tad bit safer. I think DR is safe for the most part. You just got to stay out some of the bad, rough, barrios and neighborhoods in DR. I think out of all of them, Colombia might be the most dangerous, just overall, no matter what city you in. All right. But this is the thing. The reason why it's not a good comparison is this right here. You have to look at it like this, all right? Because men are going out there for the beautiful women. That's what it is. Women move a little differently. If there was a country, right, where there were multimillionaires in abundance and they were looking for American women for the most part. Let's just flip the script a little bit, right? And American women were coming back with some forms of receipts and videos and blogs and everything about this particular country. Let's just say, Miami or something, whatever, all brand new buy something. But that country was dangerous, and it was a chance of the women getting kidnapped and sold into some type of sex slavery or something like that. All right. Will women still go? Will women still go for the chances of marrying, a multimillionaire? Let me ask the chat that. Do you think most women, all right, if they see receipts, if we flip it around, because they try to flip it around a different way, but let's flip it around with hypergamy, because the way we look at beauty is the way they feel about hypergamy, okay? Would women still venture out and go there? And the answer is absolutely yes. Because we all know what women do just in surgery to their bodies. They cut their bodies open. The most dangerous surgery that a woman will ever have in most cases that's non-medical that she doesn't need is some booty surgery, which is extremely dangerous. They have a likelihood of dying. Women die from ass surgery, right? In order to play that hypergamy game. These women ain't getting asses for their boyfriends or their husbands necessarily. They're getting asses so they can attract more men. So in general, I think that's the best way to compare it. If there was a country where women could get married to multimillionaires in abundance and it was dangerous, they would definitely 100% still go. All right. As BMT once said, if you in Colombia, got to move like an Agent X or something. You damn near. Damn near, man. What up, Army Guy Travis? What's good with you, bro? I think I saw you on the app too, brother. Shout out to you. Foreign women move in Colombia with very little problems. Yeah, because they're going for different reasons. They're going for different reasons. You can't really compare it like that. It's a different comparison. All right? It's a different comparison. Feminism would be like we must protect our feminism would be like we must protect our women. T-Mac says families in Colombia also have little issues. The vast majority of issues in Colombia comes from single dudes. Well, T-Mac, I don't know if I 100% agree with that. Like every society has their issues. Every society has their issues. Okay, it's a lot going on in Colombia than most people understand or even know about or even want to know. Okay, but still, you got to be careful regardless. Said millionaire with a fatty fetish. Chilling man out here in Vietnam. Yeah, man, Southeast Asia is just a different vibe. It's a different vibe. It's just a different vibe. When my guys call me from Colombia and tell me all the stories of, hey man, this cartel member was in my building. She just got arrested. She's like the queen of the cartels. And I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole other element that you got to even worry about. That's why a lot of guys are kind of leaving South America and kind of venturing out more towards, Southeast Asia. T-Mac, listen. Hey, we go through this every time. T-Mac gonna make it seem like Colombia is safe. Colombia is not fucking safe, bro. I get it, bro. You've been there 3 years. Okay, we get it. You have no issues. I get it. Black man tried to get everything a damn conspiracy and stuff. All right. Let's move over, man. Let's move over back to Thailand. Oh, let me show this little video real quick. Let's move over to old Thailand. All right. Hold on. Now I thought this was interesting right here. Amber Rose, Army Guy Travel says not safe at all. I thought this was interesting right here. Let me know what you guys think about this. All right. Now we've seen pockets of this in Japan and even in Korea. All right. We all know that hip hop, if you want to call this hip hop, is very powerful, crosses borders. We know music is like, like an international language to a certain degree. Everybody understands a beat. All right. Everybody feels the energy in a beat for the most part and chants, Excuse me, but I thought this was interesting right here. Oh, let me play this right here. Let me see what we got.
Let's go. Their music is influenced by UK and US drill as well as hip hop culture as a whole. And they are taking Bangkok by storm with their unique.
It's kind of scary that these guys' music actually be sounding good.
Approach to Thai music.
Only in Thailand. Okay.
One of the members.
Oh, girl got on. Hey. Hey, these sisters be out here. They be trying their best to get one, boy.
Was kindly invited us to their birthday party, and it was so cool being able to hang out with the Xavier gang in their element. Bangkok Block Boys is not the side of Thailand they show you on your For You page. I want to go to their hood and see the real Bangkok. Yeah. So stay tuned and let me know what kind of content you want to see from the Xavier gang. That's enough from Ree. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Shit, what the hell? Y'all, old girl got a little cat suit on, man. Hey, okay. What up, Glow Spinner? But as you can see, our culture is going global. I'm not saying that, it's the majority, but there's definitely a minority pockets of people that love hip hop and they emulate hip hop, and it's starting to sound good, which is very interesting. They just had Rolling Loud out there in Thailand. Quavo was on Soy 6 and stuff. So it's just this whole thing is just becoming global now. Everything that we have going on, dating, music, everything is going global right now. Things are changing. Things are very much changing. Okay, that's why you have to be abreast of the information and the news that you need to be, listening to. Man, you need to be abreast of what's going on in all these countries as well. All right, you guys arguing. Somebody said, I hear you, but you can't deny what the folks there themselves are saying. Okay, that's another. Okay. Yeah, like I said, we got a little debate going on in the chat. That's always like that. That's always like that, man. You know, people are always listen. You know, some like I say, guys love Colombia, bro. You cannot change these guys' minds or tell them no info. They just really love, and I get it. I totally get it. The most beautiful woman in the world you will see in that country of Colombia, for sure. For sure. All right. Passport Bros movie will never die. We just keep evolving. All right. Just in the cash out. Let me check my cash out, man. I really appreciate that, brother. I really check the cash out. But I do appreciate the cash out. All right. Yeah, I tell people all the time, man. If Colombia could just kind of get it together and make it a little bit more safer, bro. Like, you know, and for the most part, I understand, like, you know, what they be saying, the mayors and everything. I get what they're saying. If you mess with certain elements that you got to expect, you know, to possibly get got, you got to move a certain way. I totally understand that as well. But damn, you know, dude, that's just waking up and all your stuff gone. That's just crazy. It was a in Thailand, in Phuket recently. It was I think it was a British man that got for, I believe it was $6,000 or something, right around $6,000, and he had I think she was maybe like an African escort or something like that. And 2 days later, they started arresting all the African women, all the African girls, and everything like that, for, you know, being ladies of the night, basically. So, you know, countries handle crime differently. You know, they handle things differently, and I think, as far as, you know, when you commit a crime, at least in Thailand, they take that shit very. It's not like a thing that in Colombia, commit a crime, the police probably say, "Well, how much you going?" They ask the criminal, "Well, how much I get out of this?" You know what I'm saying? They throw everything up on the rug, all that. But some of these countries, they just not playing around like that. They want to keep their tourists protected for the most part. Now, Army Guy Travels makes a very good point, and I should have pointed that out earlier in the show. He says the movement will never stop. It'll just find new spots around the world, and that is absolutely true. Tourism is massive right now, and all these countries are getting little digital nomad visas, or they're seeing how much money they can make off tourism. I mean, it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry for these countries, and more countries are saying, "Hey, come here. You know, we'll have a little expat community. You guys can do this. You guys can do that." You know, so it's going to be more and more countries. Right now, it's like several countries that so-called passport bros not even on a map like that. You know, and guys have sworn me to secrecy of these countries. They be like, "BMT, please don't say this about the country." You know, I might do an interview or something. They might mention something like that. But you got these little countries that people don't really just now on the radar like that. That, you know, are pretty popular. You can have a lot of fun too. I'm not saying that these countries have a huge populace of women that are beautiful and exotic like Colombia and Brazil. You know, I'm not saying that, but you still can have your fun for sure. All right, Glow Sprinter says, with the 5 super chat, man, I really appreciate that. He says, "I just came back from Colombia, and the best talent is in the smallest cities and pueblos." Pueblos, okay. Very true. Once again, I've been wanting to secret about the little cutoff cities in Colombia as well. Black Man Child says Suriname is slept on for real. Uruguay and Peru slipped on. Barbara was telling me about Peru in the interview. He was just mentioning Peru. I know the food in Peru is good. I think they probably got the best food in South America. But when I was in Lima, I didn't really see a bunch of dimes just walking around. I was only in Lima for about 2 days though. Desmond says another YouTuber said if there were happening in any other country, they'd shut the country down. But in Colombia, it's par for the course. All right. Ray Cunningham says, we don't want you in Colombia. Stop calling my people talent. All right. Vietnam is slept on. I know some guys that really like Vietnam. Hey, Brandon Clark, I can't even mention the duck off, brother. But shout out my man Brandon Clark. He's on the app as well. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. We got Xander Coach in the building. You better keep these places secret. We don't need passport pookie, black men, and racial gatekeeping, white men spreading out of 2 more places. Okay. Des Mills says, BMT, I would literally pay money to find out about these hidden gems. You don't got to pay money, man. Just join the app. Like the community, the Passport Bros is on the app. I'm telling you, it be guys doing recommendations to countries I ain't even never heard of. I didn't hear about, Kazakhstan like that before, Flight Madness and guys posting on the app. As a matter of fact, I saw it on the app first. It was brought on the app first before I even interviewed him. He was talking about the girls out there in Kazakhstan and everything. So it's just it's like, well, how many countries is it? Like 182 something countries in the world? It's all types of countries. I got a guy I'm going to do an interview with who's in, damn it, I forget the name of this country. It slips my, what's the name of this country that people rarely talk about? What's the name of the country? I told you, it skips my name. It's in like Southeast Asia. Women are beautiful too. I forgot the name of that country. Was it Malaysia? What was that country called, man? Damn it. Laos? It was one of them countries. I forget. We will say you can find hidden gems by doing research. Yeah, possibly. Okay, there's 196 countries. That's a lot of countries. 196 countries. Why you guys so fixated on Colombia? I am on a journey to visit all 196. That means you're gonna be going to the Middle East, man. You're going to Afghanistan and all that good stuff. But maybe you already been there. It might have been lost. What up, Dollar Will? I've been hearing good things about Malaysia too. All right. But yeah, fam, we're just touching bases. We're not gonna do a panel today. We're not gonna do a panel, but we're gonna have some live shows scheduled for all this week. We're gonna get back on the lives, man. Once again, guys, enjoy your holidays. If I don't hear from you before the year ends, a happy 2025. Dude, it is 2025. I know all my 80s babies and 90s babies feel old as hell right now. All right. I know we all feel kind of old right now. It is 20. Can you believe that? It is 2025. We thought in 2025 there were going to be flying cars when we were growing up. I think RoboCop was set for like 2017 or something like that. Like all the 80s movies, you thought in the future was like 2020, 2025. And I think, what was the Terminator set in? What was the first Terminator set in? Does anybody know what year the first Terminator was set in? What was supposed to be the first Terminator? I think it was like 2020, the world was supposed to end or something like that. All right. T-Mac, you're right. T-Mac. Hey, T-Mac one of the homies that's got a counter for everything. If you say left, he's going to go right. Yeah, they are flying cars, T-Mac. You're right. Technically, there are flying cars. We get it. But we thought that we were going to have the Back to the Future shit, man. We thought we were going to have whole highways of flying cars and shit. But what we got is damn OnlyFans. We about to get sex robots and shit. All right? You're right. Shout out to you. Okay, Xantos called me out. You're right. I'm about to watch my Falcons. That's right. BMT's about to watch his Falcons get eliminated in the playoffs. Just ball busted, but it's all good. Yeah, shout out, man. Xantos clutch, man. Shout out to you, bro. Hope all's well with you, man. All right. Yeah, you guys gotta get ready for the AI, man. AI is coming. They just said that the Amazon robots only cost $3 an hour. The average Amazon worker makes $18 an hour. So AI is 100% coming. All right. They got driverless cars getting into accidents. I know, but we just thought that 2025 was just going to be back in the 80s and 90s. For my guys that grew up in the 80s and 90s, we just thought that 2025 we were just going to be taking off to Mars and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but 2025 is here. It is here. 2025 is here. That shit is crazy as hell. I never imagined a 2025. All right, we getting up there, family. But thank God for the passport, and thank God for the passport bros, man. All right. With that, we out. Enjoy the holidays, family. Happy New Year. Peace. How many will be buying AI dolls? Hey, Real CP Show, they said in actuality, they said that more women will have sex dolls than the men. They actually said that more women by a certain year will have sex dolls by, I think it was 2027 or some shit. There'd be more women with sex dolls. Women be jacking off like a motherfucker too. A lot of guys think it's just guys, but women be masturbating hella times a day. All right, so it is what it is. Shout out, man. Black Man Travels says great show, man. Appreciate that. Peace, family. Happy holidays.